Are you anxious about the state of the world? This is BethWe in the Koinonia Kitchen, and I want to talk to you about what we're surrounded with lately. Are you expecting more problems as we head into the next part of our lives? Are you hoping it's going to settle down, but you have your doubts that it's ever going to settle down again? Well, I want you to do me a favor. Look around you. Who is surrounding you? With whom are you talking? Do you consult your phone for news updates throughout the day? Are you checking every 15 minutes? What plays on your television channel? What's playing in the background when you're not even watching, but it's back there talking to you all the time? If you are feeling anxious, the probable cause is what surrounds you. About 2 months ago, I perused the offerings at the Home Depot Garden Center. I was looking for a flowering plant to fill this brick planter in the entryway to my house. There was a plant that was called Sun Patience. It had the brightest flowers and it had the most buds. I was leaning toward the Sun Patience. I was hoping to fill the box only once until fall. These flowers had to make it all summer long, and I live in sunny Vero Beach, Florida, so I was really seeking a hearty selection. There was a man working with the flowering plants, and he warned me, "They say full sun, but that plant needs some shade to thrive." I looked at the sign and it said, at least 6 hours of full sun. I engaged with him tentatively, claiming that I wanted his wisdom, but I really just wanted to make a quick purchase and buy the flowers with the most blooms that would liven up the front of my house. "Well, what if I water them every day?" I asked him. He said, you know, you're going to have to water them every day no matter what, but they still need some shade. Florida sun isn't like what the rest of the country calls full sun, and Home Depot markets around the country. All right, so I thanked him. I bought the flowers. I loaded them in the car, and I brought them home for planting. And I watered those Sun Patience every day at least once. On very hot days, I did a second watering, and I might even throw this old sheet over them to cover them for a few hours, to keep them safe from the strongest rays in the middle of the day. That was until last week. There was a day I missed. I was away from home the whole day, and I left the house early that morning, and I didn't make it back till like 2:30 in the afternoon, and the Sun Patience were withering. The leaves were spotted brown like they'd been burnt. Some of the blooms were just shriveled. Clearly, that man at the Home Depot knew his stuff, and these blooms needed a different environment if they were going to live. So I dug them up, and I moved them to the side yard under the shelter of this big laurel oak we have. And now they only get a couple of hours of full sun, and they are loving life. The flowers are plentiful, there's new growth, the leaves are not brown anymore. They don't need my care as much because I have a sprinkler system that supplies enough water for what they need. And that day, in the yard, I realized that we are a lot like flowering plants. It really matters what's going on around us. When I'm surrounded with negativity, I get burned. I wither, I wilt, and I add very little beauty to the world. I mean, however, I surround myself with positive people who love life and that are involved in service, family, and special interests, I thrive. I laugh more than I complain. I become hopeful instead of dwelling in worst-case scenarios and checking the news every 15 minutes to see if it's coming my way. You know, when I'm surrounded by positive people, I'm quick to share a good word or a helpful hand. I don't isolate in the house. I don't watch the tube. I don't listen to my phone. I don't worry so much about the state of the world. And what happens is I become an effective tool in my section of humanity. I mean, I can't fix the whole world, but in my little section of humanity, I can have an impact. And that night, when I sleep, I know I'm doing my best to encourage well-being for the people around me. And I sleep pretty good. Like the Sun Patience, it matters where we plant ourselves. If you're getting burned on a daily basis, maybe it's time to move to a better mental location. It starts by noticing what surrounds you. Look around. If all you see is fear and chaos, it might be time to make a move. Instead of grumbling about the problems, become a small part of the solution. Practice kindness. Speak gently to yourself and to loved ones. Pray for our nation, and then do what you can in your own backyard. You'll see flowers before long, and I gotta tell you, you'll be able to rest in their beauty. I hope you're feeling better because you had a listen. Good Seed Podcast is powered by the BethWe nonprofit ministry based in Vero Beach, Florida. Our goal is to start the uncomfortable conversations that turn complacency into action and despair into hope. Connect, communicate, and thrive with us. Check us out online at BethWe.com.